I'm losing my cool. I'm absolutely losing it. Stay for the tea. Today's show is fully sponsored by the bathroom, which is supposed to be the only private place in a house where there's cameras everywhere and even the walls are listening to you. So listen to this. I decided to move to Florida because of the nice weather, the taxes and everything. And I decided to book an Airbnb for like 7 days while I'm on an apartment hunt, which is like, reasonable time to just go, give your application. They usually approve in like 3 days or so. Perfect, amazing. I step in Florida. Every single apartment complex tells me basically that I cannot have a gap of unemployment for more than 15 days. And I've been traveling for the past month and a half, which means that I haven't worked for the past 60-ish days, and I have a huge gap in my unemployment. Second, I don't have a job right here, right now, which means that I don't have the paychecks that they want me to provide them to give me the apartment. In America, apparently, you have to make 3 times the monthly income so they can approve you for an apartment, which, let me tell you, girl, it's not that simple. So one day, I'm just like, okay, let's work smarter, not harder. Let's go downstairs, make myself breakfast, and just ask the babushka if she knows anyone in that area who's giving like a garage, an apartment, basement, rooftop, a camper, a van, whatever you can think of, for rent anytime soon. And the response was, yeah, you can rent from me. I can give you a property. I can give you an apartment with all the amenities. You can do laundry with me and you can use the full kitchen and I'm going to give you the master bedroom and everything. And I'm like, sounds like a deal. And she asked me for my budget. Apparently I told her my budget, and let's say that it was a little lower than the Airbnb because they usually take a commission. So I was like, if we're going to do that cash deal, let's do something that is going to work for both sides. Anyway, she was happy with the price and everything's fine. So we arranged that cash deal. And the adventure begins. So, downstairs, Babushka runs a childcare, which means that at 7 in the morning, they start slaughtering children. Children are crying, throwing tantrums at 7 in the morning. Sunday is a cleaning day. Vacuum starts at 9, usually, if she has mercy. If she hasn't, 7, 8 in the morning. Then she knocks on my door looking for stuff that, let me tell you that there's 4 other apartments with tenants here. 4 other. And I'm the first person that she goes to when she loses her pen, cup, knife, everything. And she knocks on my door violently until I explain to her that I have no clue what that is. Cooking downstairs becomes an interesting adventure. Let me tell you, I'm cooking something and Babushka smells it 3 rooms ahead. She goes there, she stops the oven, she throws a tantrum, Babushka intensifies. She gets my pan and she's like, trash? And I'm like, it's interesting how that woman 3 rooms away suggested that I'm cooking especially something for that trash in that moment. Magnificent woman. Incredible woman. Another moment that supports heavily your mental well-being is in the amenities. They're listed an espresso machine. A very nice espresso machine. And I'm like, let me ask her. Let me make sure that I can use that before being killed or anything. So I asked Babushka, can I use the espresso machine to make myself a coffee in the morning? This espresso machine does not work, apparently. And they took it outside in like the small covered patio. And I'm like, okay, the next morning a filter machine arrives in the house, the cheapest one possible. They bought the filters, amazing, perfect. I'm not complaining, it's gonna be filtered coffee, even though we're both Balkan women, and if we don't drink our espresso fix in the morning, we're going to be violent people all day. No problem, I'm going to drink the filtered coffee. No worries, Babushka. I'm going there the next morning. Babushka and her husband drink nice espresso from that same broken coffee machine. And I'm like, okay, I respect that. I'm going to be a violent person with calming filter coffee. No problems. Also, remember that laundry that I mentioned that we initially were like, can I use the laundry within that budget for this month that I'm paying? And she's like, yeah, give me your clothes and everything. So I gave her my clothes like maybe 3-ish times, like a very small load with my underwear, nothing too crazy. She basically, I don't know how she washed that and how she dried it. She gave it to me back basically leaking wet. And I had to decide how should I dry this in my room, which is not very practical or comfortable, but let's say we figure things out 3 times in a row. The 4th time I'm like, Babushka, can I do laundry again? She's like grabbing all of her stuff, all of the child's toys, all the children underneath. It's like I'm a terrorist. Leaving the house as soon as possible, slamming the door after her without any response, and I'm like, I didn't know that I'm that threatening in the first place, but I don't know, I work on fixing it. Apparently, like, I look pretty violent and I ask very uncomfortable questions. And then I received that message. I don't know. Electricity is also another very touchy topic in the Balkan households. I grew up in a Bulgarian household, so I can tell you from my personal experience that if you don't turn off all the light bulbs and everything, and you're not on a very electricity light-saving mode, you're gonna get So this is what I received as a message. I mean, I'm your tenant, and I paid the number that you wanted me to pay. And I'm a guest. And you have all these cameras everywhere, following me on my every single step. Well, I'm even cooking dinner. Like, listen to me, I'm cooking dinner downstairs, and I use one light bulb so I can actually see like what I'm cooking, what I'm preparing, where's the stove eventually. And let me tell you the most recent event. So, outside recently has been pretty chilly. I mean, we're at the end of November, going in December, it's kind of normal, you know. The AC is set on 70 degrees cold, which for me, it's pretty cold. Like, I don't tolerate cold, I just can't. And I decided to be a silent, nice person, respectful. I just closed my vent. Nobody knows that I did close that vent because it's the only vent in the room. It's not an AC. Basically, I closed the vent because I'm freezing cold. Like, you can see even now my lips are kind of blue maybe. I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, my nails for sure are. So, I closed the vent and I go on a walk last night. And I come back from the walk, you know, I put jackets, socks, my double socks. Wait. There's another sock underneath. There's another one. There we go. That's my proof that I'm wearing like a double sock. So, anyways, this morning I go down to make myself an instant coffee. I go downstairs and she's like, are you cold when you're sleeping? And I'm like, yeah, I am. I mean, it's chilly. The AC is pretty cold, like, I am. And she's like, well, maybe open the vent so the AC can catch up and warm up your room. And I'm like, is she coming into my room when I'm not at home? Cause you can basically sue for that. Especially here in America. You can sue everybody for everything here. I'm planning literally on like installing a camera while I'm leaving the camera on so I can have a proof next time. So if I become a millionaire overnight from a lawsuit, that's the video with the proof. So the lesson today, if you can get something from this video, is going to be don't ever arrange cash deals with Airbnb. Always book through the app so at least you can be covered by their insurance, their support, and you can complain to somebody from a higher instance. Basically what I'm saying here is every little daily thing, especially if the landlords live here, can become the biggest problem. Like, for example, I cannot cook downstairs, there's another family that lives next to us, and basically we both feel like nuisance. When you're trying to make yourself a coffee or make yourself a lunch, it becomes a big problem. Babushka intensifies, she flies 3 rooms away. Yeah, it's not a beautiful picture. Some people may treat you like you're their guest or a neighbor, even though if you're paying for that place. Some people don't have personal boundaries, so make sure that you're insured, protected, You can leave, you can cancel your reservation and everything like that. So that was from my rant today. Stay wild and take care. Bye!